So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session, and be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected with our other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Yes, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic information for yourself to build up a very clear spiritual foundation, especially practicing with meditation. So when it comes to meditation, mainly it based with our mind. So when it comes to the mind, it is not the thought arise in the mind, it is the condition about the mind. So the thought, that whatever the thoughts in our mind can change moment to moment, but that all thoughts also depend on the condition of the mind. So then, rather than get tangled with the thoughts, if you see the very condition of the mind, you are capable to develop it, cultivate it. So on these sessions, we are trying to build up some kind of knowledge, and out of that knowledge, why we need knowledge to practice. So out of the practice, we gain the wisdom. We need some knowledge to practice, and then out of the practice, you gain the wisdom. So it is very important then yourself, little by little, increase the the strength of the knowledge that you have regarding this subject. When you expand the knowledge, what happens? Your practice becomes more and more comfortable. And once the practice becomes comfortable to you, the experience also going to become more and more and more clear. And out of that, you gain the wisdom. So if you don't use that your knowledge to practice, it go back to knowledge. It never become the wisdom. When the knowledge go through practice, it transforms to wisdom. So this all we need. And at the same time, this all we have to apply to our own nature. Why it is important? Always remember, when you become clear with yourself, when you become more comfortable with yourself, when you become more sharp and clear with yourself, so whatever that your practice become more successful. Not even the practice, that everything in our life same. So that's why it's always said, don't ever get into something that if you are not comfortable. So this all practice, we have to do it for us, not for somebody else. Not look for feedback from somewhere. We use it for us. We give our best to gain the best from us, with the base of faith and the compassion. So in that way, meditation or any other thing in your life become more and more joyful, comfortable. And you are capable to go deeper into that. But at the same time, in day-to-day life, why we have to practice this like this? Because there is a reason that we have something inside us, this inner resistance. We can't see it sometimes. Inner laziness. We don't see it. Just imagine when something stays with us for a long time, it becomes very familiar to us. So it becomes us. Anything. So just imagine there is kind of like a long hair, tip of your nose, very dark, long hair. And you try to take it out, it doesn't go away. And then finally you let it happen. And then by the time it becomes a part of you, it's become you. You become with it. Anything same. So then we have to remember ourselves that sometimes these unprofitable skills, unwholesome actions or the habits, sometimes stay with us for a long time in this life journey. So now it's kind of like a part of our life. And sometimes we don't see it as a kind of like unprofitable skill. This inner laziness is one thing. So then to get out of it, when you mean cultivation of the mind, development of the mind mean you get out of that unprofitable skills that you carry within yourself. So that is where you need some kind of power. So when it comes to this mental power, so without the mental power, you can't have a life, because life depends on the mind. World depends on mind. So the powerless mind leads to all the unprofitable actions. Most of the time people do wrong things, people do minor things. Or in conventional life, people do bad things because of sometimes lack of power of their own mind. So according to the Buddha's teaching, to the Nibbana, all the high mental powers and all other miracles, that anything, even in the conventional life of success, this all depend on power of your mind. So then, are you developing it? Are you strengthening your mind? Or most of the time, are you kind of like make it more weaker? So then how the mind become weaker? Lack of concentration, lack of intention, lack of effort of will, lack of investigation make your mind very weak. So then how you can develop the power of your mind? So when it comes to that concentration of intention, there are few things that take you towards powerful mind, roads to powerful mind, roads to powers, anything, roads to power, to gain whatever you want. How to strengthening your mental power, how to strengthen your physical power, how to strengthen your social skills, connections, how to strengthen your political powers. This all related to the condition of the mind, and roads to power means it included these all qualities. So it is very important to know. So then when it comes to meditation, we use the word concentration. So what is this concentration? That there is when it comes to concentration, it's a kind of like a action or the power of focusing one's attention or mental effort towards something. Concentration. And other one is close gathering of people or things. And Hitler time, there were camps. So it called concentration camp. So like that, this concentration means the gathering. Keep together things or people. So to strengthen your power of mind, you have to develop the ability of concentration. So that means you have to bring all the thoughts together. to one thing. Or rather than going here and there, rather than thinking about many things, if you are capable to focus to one thing and be with it, that is concentration. And so one of the ability that you can develop the power of the mind is concentration of intention. So then remember, the concentration means you gathering everything together and focusing towards one thing. So then intention means you have to have one intention, not many. So if you bring all the thoughts together and put it to one intention, it becomes powerful. That is the magic. But what happened to us? Early morning, we think, oh, I want this. While we brush teeth, oh, I want that. And then washing face, oh, I want to do this. Oh, if I like that thing. And then having shower, oh, if it is better if I have this. So like that, what happened moment by moment, your mind jump like a monkey. Always to many things. Oh, I want this, I want that. And end of the day, you don't get anything. End up your life being nothing. This is what happens when you have too much desires. So the simple method, then always remember, if you want something, bring your intention to that and put your all thoughts together and focus to it. Then you will see. Don't worry how it's going to happen. But it develops some kind of mental strength in you. It's called chanda. So when it comes to roads of powers, there are four things: chanda, chitta, virya, vimansa, iddhipada. So first one is concentration of intention. But you have to break down the words and recognize what is here mean concentration. So bringing all thoughts together. And not only that, accompanied by effort of will. And sometimes we like a lot of things, but it's kind of like accompanied by, it's come with kind of like a laziness, not the effort or the will. I like it, but I don't want this. It is not this time, maybe later. Oh, if it is good if I have that, but it is not today, maybe later. Especially when it comes to liberation or the wisdom or the nibbana, the most of us, it's not today. Let me have some, I have to do some other things. And after I've done that, or maybe next year. So this is how about today you attain to samadhi and liberation? No. I don't want today. See that we accompanied with the procrastination or the laziness or delay, not effort of will. And this is hidden hindrance inside us. And because of that, what happens? The power of mind we lose. The strength of our mind we lose. That means you have weak mind. So because of that, what happens? When you have a weak mind, what happens? All the greed, hatred, the delusion, anger, jealousy, this everything going to be there. Why people have that? Because of the most of time weakness. And not only that, it always leads you to do unwholesome actions. So first one is concentration of intention accompanied by effort of will. So the second one, the concentration of energy. So then now remember the concentration. Put all together into one thing. So then when it comes to energy, look at yourself from morning to night. You put energy to many things. You have no power to say no to things. Always, always you are interfering with things. And because of that, your energy you lose. So when you want something, focus to that, be with it. Put your all energy to that one thing. It's kind of like the world going to end. And you don't see anything else. You see only that whatever that you want to achieve, you be with it. It's kind of like last day in the world. No time to look here and there. You bring all the energy and be with one thing. Then you will see how things going to happen. But look at yourself. For how many things you spend your energy? Most of time for unnecessary things. And at the end of the day, you get a lot of unnecessary disappointments. Most of unnecessary things. You are interfering always to unnecessary things, and then end of the day, you gaining a lot of junk. So that's why without a reason, don't interfere with things. You save your energy, and if there is something need, you put your maximum effort to that. So that itself is kind of like you have now tranquility state in you. Because when that concentration comes, when you gather all thoughts to one thing itself, it is a kind of like a samadhi. So the concentration of energy. Another one is concentration of consciousness. Your mind, not just the thoughts. Deeper your mind into many things. You are, it's kind of like you are conscious about many things at one time. And because of that, you lose the ability of recognition. You miss a lot of things. When you are interfering at one time with a lot of things, it's kind of like there's a fancy marketing word, it called multitask. And then end of the day, you don't bring any one thing kind of like a complete. You have done a lot of, on the surface level, it look like many things, but it doesn't have any weight on it. You touch only the surface level. But concentration itself, that the consciousness means your complete attention or the awareness, your conscious decision, you keep it to one thing, not for many things. So in that way, the power of mind becomes stronger. And with that strong mind, whatever you interfere, it's going to become more successful. Whatever, good or bad, anything. Because the mind itself doesn't have power to be with only good things. Look at the world. Most of negative things come out of human mind, and most of the strong negative powers come out of the human mind. So what does that mean? That's mean your mind doesn't have power to select or choose anything. So it just go with whatever it has. So that's why the conscious decision is important. Otherwise, the mind itself running with thoughts, and whatever thoughts available, it go with it. Whatever the repetition, it become powerful, good or bad, anything. It's kind of like a dancing step. When you start to dance, when you learn, the first thing you learn steps, little by little, little by little, little by little. So how you master dancing? By repeating. And once you repeat it again and again and again and again and again and again, one time, you become pre-prompt. And then your dance become very beautiful, good. So thoughts the same. When you repeat, the mind start to become good at it. So by the time what happens, that repetition itself become your consciousness, become your life. Then you become it. So then be very careful with whatever the thoughts that you repeat. You are responsible for that. So that's why consciousness, that you taking this conscious decision is very important. And not only that, then the fourth one is concentration on investigation. So we investigate all the time as human beings. The most of the time in our life, we are interfering with investigating. And another word is called search. Look at this search engine. You know, your mind is the most strongest search engine, not the Google or not the Yahoo. Your mind is the most strongest, powerful, always active search engine. Always searching, searching, searching. But the thing is, it's kind of very dumb. Whatever comes, sometimes you accept it. Even you don't know what it is. You know, and sometimes whatever we say or whatever we see or whatever we do, we have no idea about it. Did I do that? Did I say that? We question ourselves later. But when you develop the ability of investigation, and then what happens? You gain more and more clarity. So what is here? You have to concentrate on investigation. What do you have to investigate? So one is, as you know that from the beginning, concentration of intention. And then you put the effort and will, and you put the energy, and you become conscious. So investigation means you start to look what you conscious and why you conscious, why you keep going behind this, why you put your energy to this. That is one thing. Look from inside you. Again and again, again and again, you look from inside and see why. And other thing is, you have to look it from outside also. What it is. So in that way, investigation means it's from each and every angle, from each and every direction, you investigate each and every inch of it without missing any part, and recognize what this is. Anything, if you take any idea in you, take it and start to look into that, and then you will go deeper, 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 and then you end with the truth. What is the truth? Emptiness. Take any physical or material thing and investigate it from each and every direction to the each and every inch. And then you will end up recognizing just the emptiness. There's nothing else. So for the inside things or the outside things, whatever you like or whatever you hate, near or far, so anything, just look. Where you will end. You will end finding nothing. Once you recognize that, you are not going to be worried that much. So most of time we become worried, sad, disappointed, unhappy, or the happy, joy, pleasure, this everything arise not because of outside things. It because of our own inner imagination. So most of time, that doesn't mean there is not outside life. Of course, there is outside life. But most of time, we deal with our own mind. How about that? So try to look into that. Try to look into yourself and see how it is, how it can be applicable to your own life. So then develop this ability. Concentration means putting everything together to one thing. So the concentration of intention accompanied by effort and the will, that is very necessary. Concentration of energy, don't put energy here and there, put it to one thing. Concentration of consciousness, take conscious decision with one thing, not many. And concentration of investigation, look into one thing and investigate it from each and every angle without missing any part of it. In that way, you develop the power of mind. And once you have that power in you, you are ready to move to next step, whatever available for you. So take that step by step journey forward, strengthening your mind. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva O. May I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. So expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.